Hi, this is Mike, and we're looking at Tesla. And in this chart, I did already post an idea recently that had this view. Now, this happened hours before I thought about what's going on in the Dow Jones, and I started digging. And then I realized, yes, yes, this is true, except one thing. This is not a D wave unfolding. Actually, I have already modified the chart. This is the D wave here. So this is wrong. What comes next is the beginning of the bull market that goes much higher, right? But before we get there, we need to understand this pattern here. Yes, it's a wave E, but it's not done yet, right? Now, why do I think that, right? So if you look at the Dow Jones video, it's the same thing in the Nasdaq, right? And the Nasdaq, the reason why the Nasdaq didn't bounce so hard in this move here is because its E wave was weak, which means there's a lot of downside pressure on the Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq, instead of producing a 5 wave move up like the Dow did, it produced this weak 5 wave move, right? And I believe it's like top now, or it's about to top, and it's going to go down in 3 waves, right? And the first, okay, so type 1 weak 5 wave move, waves 1, 3, and 5 move down in zigzags, right? The first one here was very small with a sharp wave 2, right? The second one here, I believe, was 3 here. And then what we've seen after that is like A, B, C, D, E. Okay. Now, typically expanded corrections, the end of wave 4 in this case, sometimes it could be wave 2, it's alternation. It comes back to the end of previous wave 3 in this case, which it did. So I think basically we are topped, right? And what we'll see now is, yes, that 3 wave move down for wave 5. Okay, I believe it's going to be brutal. It's going to look brutal, and it's going to be pretty confusing, and it's also going to look like the beginning of a move down that's larger. Okay, now Harry Dent by this point will be on the edge of his seat, except then it'll bounce. It'll bounce in the new bull market that's coming. If you haven't been watching my videos, it's gonna go pretty high. Basically, if you want to compare it on the Nasdaq, it's the move that equals what happened between the end of the GFC and 2018, which was massive, right? So that basically explains what's going to happen with cryptos. It's going to be massive. It's going to be huge, like so big as like crazy in the tech sector. Tech is going to lead for sure, and you can see that tech has always expanded. Nasdaq has always expanded to the upside, right? So that's my view. That's what I think. So my previous chart was not accurate enough for me. I had to come back and make this video. So I don't think this is the beginning yet of a move higher. I believe you can get lower prices still. Don't ask me where. We might come back to this area, maybe support there on the previous end of wave B before we had wave C for the March 2020 move lower. Could become support there, fill in a gap as well in the process. Not that it will fill every gap, I don't think, but it's not something that I believe is going to be ongoing. I think this is the last wave. It's the last move. So however that turns out, it'll be interesting. It could be a sharp one as well. So watch out. We could be seeing a pretty crazy end to this bear market since 2018. So hopefully you found this video interesting and informative. Thank you for watching.